The pandemic has not been a great time for anybody, but hey, it's produced two excellent Steel Panther live streams. Are there more coming, or is that all we're going to see?
Oh yeah, there's more coming. We are making content for that right now as we speak. And we're going to release a alternative version of one of our songs. I just finished doing the vocals today over at Styx's house. I'm not going to tell you what it is because we really want to roll out and be a big surprise, but we are going to be playing it live at our New Year's thing, so that will be cool. So we have a couple streams coming up for November and December. And then we're going to do, and they're all going to be from the Viper Room. We're going to do I think we're doing 3 more, if I'm not mistaken, from the Viper Room. You know, those live streams are a great way for us to connect with everybody because I don't know, it's really hard to navigate through this time because, as you know, shit's changing day by day. You don't know what's going to happen.
But as somebody who's seen you live well before COVID, I not only have the Danger Kitty single, but one time I was in Denmark and you were at the same time. Exactly. Seen you at the House of Blues in LA. Someone who's seen you over the years. You guys are still funny without being offensive and out of touch. You guys are still Steel Panther. What I'm curious is if it was hard at any point of the pandemic to still be funny.
Well, not really. Actually, going out and doing those shows, I'll have to tell you, I felt like, I don't know, we haven't played in so long, and normally we play so much, and I don't really think about, oh my God, we got to play. I got to practice or rehearse a little bit, because normally we play so much and never even think about it. But once we got on stage together, it just happens, and that's how we started. We started doing live shows together, and we wrote set lists out and we tried to adhere to them, and we never could, and we would just bring people up to jam, and we just started doing what we do. And I think that there's an honesty with Steel Panther. It's we do make a lot of fun and we fuck around a lot, but it's rooted in truth. So I think people connect to that. I'm not young anymore. I'm 55 years old, but I still love Vince Neil. You know what I mean? I'm not going to stop.
Sure. I've heard interviews with Satchel where he said that after the show, you're watching Van Halen bootlegs on the bus. And I didn't get the vibe that was a joke. I got the vibe that you actually were doing that. So is that?
I do it. Yeah, I do it all the time. And, there's always something. They say the same thing to me, the guys. They're like, really? More Van Halen? I go, yeah, because every now and then somebody puts something new on and I want to see it. And then sure enough, the new stuff during the pandemic came out from like 78 or something.
Yes.
Or 77 even. And it was just, I don't know, I love Van Halen. So I'm a really huge, big Van Halen fan. And that's not all I watch. I watch Dokken and some Motley and whatever I can get my hands on. I love that shit.
Now, are you also a diehard when it comes to the Diamond Dave solo catalog?
Yeah, he started losing me a little bit with She's My Machine. I don't know if you know that song.
Yes.
But, I was like, what, dude? That's not Van Halen. But, Little Ain't Enough came out, and I like that record. That was a cool record.
Do you?
And, and then also a buddy of ours played drums for him for a long time, Ray Luzier.
Yes.
And so I got to hear all the stories, all the music that Ray was doing with our old guitar player from the Atomic Punks. It was really awesome. I love Van Halen.
That's right. That is the small world connection of Ray, who was briefly in Metal Shop or Danger Kitty or whatever it was called. And
David Lee Roth took him from us.
Yes.
And then we got Styx.
Styx, who's looking fitter than ever. Did Styx change up his diet? Because he went from being the least in shape person to the most in shape person in the band for a little while.
Yeah, he changed everything. He just, what he did is he started doing this thing called intermittent fasting.
Ah.
Right? And we were doing it together, and I was like, fuck this. I'd rather eat. I like eating, especially right before I go to bed. It's fun. I just I like to watch football and eat. And so he's really been able to change that. And I guess It's had a drastic effect on him. But he's definitely more in shape too. He's really like just changed his workout habits and stuff, and he can have sex with like 3 girls in one night now. Pretty good for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
he was like 40 pounds heavier. He could barely bone one chick.
I don't remember the early days of Steel Panther of Styx playing piano, yet it's been a big part of the last few webcasts. Has he been hiding that talent the whole time?
Well, Satchel wrote a song called Weenie Ride, and we're in Las Vegas doing our residency there, and we were practicing it, and Satchel was playing the piano, and Styx goes, I can play it, and you can sing it with Michael. And so he just started playing it, and then the record came out, and we decided we're going to do that song live. So we brought a keyboard out for him, and he started playing that. And so now it's like part of the show where he brings out the keyboard and plays.
So that whole time he's in the band, and no one knows that he plays piano?
Yeah, he played Weenie Ride on the record.
But, going back to when you are auditioning.
Oh, yeah. No, I knew he played piano, but drummers are all the same. I don't know if you know this, but they want to control everything and be in the front of the stage.
So does Ray Luzier play the piano?
I don't think he does. I think he's programmed before with MIDI keyboards, but I don't think he plays. I've never seen him play piano. Now, I heard that Styx played the piano, but I wasn't sure about it. And then he snuck it in, and then he got on the record. He sings too,
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe from the webcast. It becomes kind of like a talent show because we've seen dance competitions lately. What else have we seen?
There's definitely rhyming competitions always going on.
Well, you're a PhD in literature, so I don't think that's a fair competition.
It's really easy for me because I got lots of shit done here. You know what I'm saying?
And then we've seen one of the best Ozzy impressions that I've ever seen, courtesy of you. Is that something you did before Steel Panther? Were you ever in a weird Ozzy tribute band?
No, but we've done that for years. Actually, it's what, I got to tell you something. I'm not trying to sell stuff, but I just want to tell you, I just got my new Steel Panther hoodie. Right, threw it on, and now I just got like 5 because I bought 5 hoodies from our band. And I got 5 notifications. So each one like scrolling up. Anyways.
You got that. Yeah. This t-shirt counts towards it too, right?
Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah, of course. We don't get free shit. But yeah, no, I used to do the Ozzy thing. We would just joke around and do that. And then when we started doing this thing called the Sunset Strip Live, we started doing our old show from back in the Monday nights and Vegas days with the covers and bringing back the Ozzy thing and playing a bunch of covers and shit. And it was rad. So we just kept it. And I don't know if I'm overdoing it, but I still like doing it. It's fun.
Not overdoing it. We've also seen some great guests between Rudy Sarzo and Blasco. Is there kind of some pressure from the band that all your other webcasts have to have great guests?
Well, we like to bring our friends on. So whenever what's really I find strange is that when it's time to find somebody to be in our webcast, we all are like, okay, who can we get? It's like, and we know so many people just from touring, but it's you never really know who to ask. Like who would you suggest we get? Like, I'm not joking, seriously.
They have to be LA based.
Well, it'd be easier because we film in LA.
I mean, did anyone ever ask Dave Grohl? He seems to like to do everything.
You know what? That's a really good idea. I know Taylor a little bit, only because when Satchel and I were in the Atomic Punks, Dave and Taylor asked if they could open for us at this small little club in North Hollywood or Van Nuys or Reseda is where it was.
Reseda.
So the Foo Fighters opened up for the Atomic Punks and I'm sitting on the side of the stage with Jack Black watching the Foo Fighters play, opening up for us. And so that would be really cool. I wonder if you remember me.
Well, who's going to forget the greatness on over there?
I don't know.
Aren't you
Dave
platinum in
Grohl.
like 25 countries?
Yeah, totally.
I mean,
So I tell my landlord,
I mean,
I'll pay you soon, man.
Tom Morello would do it if he's in LA because he seems to do a lot of these charity jam sessions and all that.
Yeah. I wonder if Cantrell would do it. Now we're going down that path now. All right, thanks. And also Dave Draymond, but he doesn't live in LA. He used to sing with us all the time.
Yeah, so I think we're
He
learning.
would sing this. Love is like a bomb, baby. Come and get it on. Living like a lover with a radar phone.
I think everyone in the world would do it except David Lee Roth, who interestingly you
I
in for.
reached out to David Lee Roth. I ran into him at this little club called Lucky Strike, and there was supposed to be a reunion of the Eat 'Em and Smile band, and they were going to get ready to go on stage. And somebody knew somebody back there. I got back there and I started talking to Dave, and his accountant was an accountant that I used to use. And that sounds so douchey. Basically, it was some woman that was smarter than me that paid bills for me, and I paid her for it. And I'm like, oh my God, you're working with David Lee Roth? That's crazy. She goes, yeah, here's my card, and Dave really would like to get up and jam with you guys. I was like, holy shit. So I reached out, and he said no. So I think she was full of shit.
It happens. When my wife and I went to see the Dave residency in Vegas, we saw the guitarist of Rat was there. Like some interesting names were in the crowd. And it seems like Dave is the most desired person who doesn't hang out with anybody from the scene. Or am I wrong? Is he secretly hanging out with everybody and no one's telling anyone?
Well, I don't know. I think obviously since the pandemic, nobody's hanging out very much. But I know that he sang with the Foo Fighters back in 2016. That was pretty cool. I think it was 2016. Maybe it was even 2014. It's been so long. But yeah, I don't know, man. He's been doing art and just chilling in his mansion in Pasadena.
Exactly.
And, especially after, Eddie passes away, I'm sure that he's got to feel this tremendous loss and probably not hanging out too much.
And
hey, Wolfie's song is pretty cool, huh?
Don't you, pulling the curtain back, don't you have the same publicist as Wolfie at this point?
We do, yeah. How'd you know?
I do my research. So no pressure to say anything here. But
hey, that's who we should get. Wolfie. We should get him up to jam some Van Halen with us.
Mark Tremonti too, Miles Kennedy. All your publicist clients, Seven Dust members. They'll all come on stage.
Totally. Now that's who we're going to reach out to. Kevin.
Speak to Kevin. So that all reminds me, with Wolfie's single, being who you are, do people give you Van Halen bootlegs? They like after the show go, hey, I got something to give you. And you have the collection that everyone's been dreaming of?
I have the collection everybody has now. Back in the day, I got collections of stuff that people didn't have because it was on a cassette or then a CD, then a DVD. But now everything is online except for, I forget where it was from, but it was from the Diver Down tour. And I was friends with this guy named Matty Brock, and he was Eddie Van Halen's guitar tech at the time. And him and I were writing songs together. And he played for me a video. I think it was in Florida, but I'm not positive. But it was during the Diver Down tour. I'm sure of that. Eddie was set up on the right side, and Michael Anthony was set up on the left side. And I watched the whole set. It was rad. And I have never seen it online. So that's why I keep searching, because one day everything will be online and I'm going to have it.
Do you know, for example, if the Oakland 81 show, if there's more than 3 shows that were filmed?
Yeah. And that was from what I hear, that was the best show. And Dave still made them rent out a soundstage. They set up everything the same as it was behind him at the Oakland show. And he did a bunch of cutaway B-roll shots for that.
So that was filmed for a home video, you think? That didn't happen?
No, it was a promo video. Now, I am not like a spokesperson or an expert
Oh,
on,
of course.
you know what I mean?
Kevin.
But this is it's just like you. It's just stuff that I hear, and I take it for what it's worth. But what I heard is it was a promo video, and Dave was bummed about it, and he wanted add some more parts, and so he went and got all dressed. They set up the whole stage, and he filmed himself.
Wow.
Doing some screens. You could tell because his hair is different.
That's not the first video where his hair was different, but that's not the here nor there. The bottom line is back to you and Steel Panther. Is there anything that is on the books or firm besides having more live streams planned? Are you guys trying to go, well, in 2022 we're going here, or are you just letting all the chips fall into place?
Well, we have Australia booked. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not sure. God, my roommate is so loud. Anyways, yeah, we have Australia booked, and we have this festival called the Download Festival booked, the Hellfest out in France. We have a bunch of festivals booked in the summer, and actually this weekend we're going away to play Nashville and Chattanooga, Tennessee as well. So we're going to go out and do 2 shows. But yeah, we have stuff booked for next year, but like everybody else, we don't know what's going to happen. It could change or who knows?
Well, it's good to see that you guys are not giving up on any level. It doesn't seem like the well is drying up creatively. You mentioned earlier that you did record some new vocals today. So I think it's very reassuring that you guys, again, you're not having the defeated attitude of, well, it used to be like this. I'm not.
Well, dude, that's our career. That is our career. It used to be heavy metal was cool, right? And our thing was, we're going to bring it back. Fuck everybody, right? And then we get a record deal, and we start selling records, and people are like, well, God, man, if this was back in the 80s, you guys would be millionaires because you would have sold so many more records, right? And then, oh man, too bad MTV can't play your videos. Oh man, if we just could have, we've had to have a positive attitude the whole time. And thankfully, our bread and butter and everything that we do is based on our live show. Really. That's how we started out, and that's how we continue to create, work for ourselves, is by playing live. And we love to do all the other stuff too as well, but playing live is the best. I really miss it.
That makes sense to me. Well, 3 quick questions, and then you're free from me and from the press day. And the first one is, when did it become the day job that you could just do Steel Panther and didn't have to do Atomic Punks or the other stuff?
Well, even before we got signed, we were still doing, Steel Panther, and we did it for 10 years, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. That was we did Mondays in LA, Wednesdays in San Diego, Fridays, Saturdays in Vegas. And then we would do one-offs. And we did that for 10 years. And then, Friday and Saturdays, I'm sorry, that was wrong. Fridays and Saturdays were usually left for the Atomic Punks, right? And then Steel Panther got a little bit more popular or whatever, and we got a deal, and then Steel Panther played on Friday and Saturday. But once we got the record deal, we decided, all right, we're going to quit all our other bands and just focus on this. And it was a scary moment. And then, we also had to make another choice a couple of years down the road to cut off our weekly shows and not do them and just tour only. And it worked out great.
It worked out great.
But I quit my real day job. I used to work at a place called Capitol Records. I'm sure you've heard of it. And I quit that.
Guy? Wow.
I quit it. Yeah. I worked at Capitol, and then I went to this other label called Virgin Records. And I worked there until we started doing Metal Shop at the Viper Room.
Wow. So that was after LA Guns or during LA Guns?
No, I did LA Guns during Atomic Punks, Metal Shop, and another band.
It's a miracle you have vocal cords still, the amount of high-pitched wails and all that. Wow. Well, question number 2, do you own Eat 'Em and Smile in Spanish, the album Sonrisa Salvaje?
All right, I'm gonna embarrass myself right now. I don't have the vinyl in Spanish, but I do have it on Spotify in Spanish.
Good answer. I do own it
Toto
on my
Loco.
Exactly. And my closer, any last words for the kids?
Yeah, for the kids, don't give up. Keep on rocking. Get your face out of the screen, you know, and get it on the guitar, the fretboard, the piano, sing. I mean, that really is, it's hard because I find myself, I'm in front of the computer all the time, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm using Logic to record. And I have to take a break from that and just go, oh man, I need to go for a walk and be around other humans and see stuff, right? So yeah, I would say that, and just keep doing drugs because it makes everything better. I mean, don't do them excessively, obviously. You know, you got to control your cocaine, even it out with a little, you know what to do.
Yeah. Tasteful moderation. Well,
Tasteful moderation, yes.
Is that the next album by Steel Panther, Tasteful Moderation?
Yeah, dude. I'll tell you one thing I don't suffer from is dream fatigue. I am living the dream and I fucking love it. This is great.
I don't know what to say beyond just thanks for the many years of great, great music. And I don't know, get Kevin on the horn. I think he's got your bookings for the next webcast.
Yeah, good. Hey, thanks for that. You know who else?
Paltrocast.